Hi, I'm back. Today I am going to show you a short demonstration on some muscle testing, and then I will talk about it further after the demonstration, after you've seen that. So keep watching, and there is the demonstration coming up right now. Okay, a demonstration on muscle testing, which everybody's been wanting to do. And I have Lisa here today, who is going to help me with this demonstration. And if she can stop smiling, she'll be fine. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate specific muscle testing. Now, specific muscle testing, I believe, is much more important. I'll go into that after this. But to illustrate, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a particular muscle test called the pectoralis major clavicular. And that is where we test a muscle in the shoulder, and we put the arm out the front, and it goes down to 45 degrees. Now, a number of things I will point out after I've done the demonstration. So Lisa, if you could just turn around this way a little, and we put the arm straight up in front of the person, like that, and it goes down that way. Okay? So if you hold, and it goes down, and then we rub the lymphatics for the stomach, which is on the left, and then we hold it again, and it now tests strong. And we use that particular muscle when we test food supplements. So when we test a food supplement, one of the things that a lot of people do with food supplements is they get people to hold it, and they get people to put it on their hara and that sort of thing. But when it's a food supplement, it should go on the tongue, if it's possible. Now, if it's not possible to go on the tongue, the next best place to put it is on the parotid gland. And the parotid gland is the salivary gland, which is the first part of your digestive system. So if we're going to test a food supplement, I believe we need to test a stomach muscle. Because if you test a stomach muscle, that's where the food is going first off, to see whether the stomach muscle or the stomach energy is appropriate. So I get Lisa to hold the food supplement against her parotid gland, and I test the pectoralis major clavicular against it, and it just doesn't hold. So I wouldn't suggest you be drinking this in any way, shape or form, as it's petrol.
That's good.
So we test another supplement, and we find that it's strong, and that is vitamin C. So Lisa doesn't have a problem taking vitamin C. She does have a problem, however, taking petrol. Okay, so that's how we do specific muscle testing on food supplements. Thank you, Lisa. Here's the demonstration, and that is just a demonstration, a very simple demonstration of the pectoralis major clavicular. That relates to the stomach energy. A few points to remember. Firstly, when we normally do food testing, we do it in 8 stages of testing, and I think that will be the next video. We will show you some of the different muscle tests to do the various stages of testing with the muscles. But it's very, very important to note that when you place the arm or the leg in the particular position that contracts the muscle to its fullest contraction. When you have its fullest contraction, it's much, much easier to test that muscle. There's no strength involved. You can feel, when you put your hand on the muscle, you can feel whether that's actually strong or whether there's a bit of weakness there. So that's a demonstration just of that particular muscle. There are obviously a lot more muscles in the human body that we can test, and we do. Every single one of them relates to one of the energy flows throughout the body. And not only do we use the ones that relate to the 12 main meridians or the 14 main meridians, but we use the ones that relate to the 8 extra meridians too. And they show us things about the various glands, the parotid gland, thyroid, thymus, that sort of thing. So we will be showing you all of those tests over a period of the next few videos. And so just keep in mind that the whole point of what we do is to be very specific with the muscle testing. We don't do the pull down test. We test properly from the point of view of holding the person's arm and gently pushing on the muscle so that or leg, so that we get a proper test. Okay? Now, just as a matter of interest, there's a number of videos on YouTube that talk about self-testing. And I just wanted to cover that for a moment. Self-testing is really most interesting. Gordon Stokes and Daniel Whiteside, who wrote the 3-in-1 Concept courses, there's a whole range of courses in their protocols. They suggested that self-testing was about as accurate as about 50-50. In other words, you may as well guess. I found that is probably a better way to explain that, is that if you're going to self-test, and there's a number of different ways to do that, we'll cover that later on, but if you are going to self-test, if you have an opinion about what you're testing, then there's no point in self-testing, because the muscle testing will confirm your opinion. If you, however, don't have an opinion, then the muscle testing can be quite accurate. For instance, if you go into a health shop and you want some vitamin E, or vitamin C, or vitamin B, or whatever, and there's, let's say, 3 or 4 different brands of vitamin E there, you can self-test. If you have no opinion as to which one's the best for you, you can self-test those vitamin E's, and the best one will show. But if you have an opinion that product A is the best of those 4 or 3, then you will confirm it with your own muscle testing. So self-testing can be quite good if you have no opinion and if you have no investment in the outcome of it. So I just wanted to cover that about self-testing, because self-testing, there's a lot of misconceptions about self-testing, and not everyone is right, not everyone is wrong, and of course it depends on a lot of other external things. So there we are for now. That's the 3rd video, and we will be making more, so keep your eye out for Meridian Kinesiology on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you.